So good morning, wonderful people. Property matter now we dey take Tuesday do, and as it be Tuesday, we like to check how far as assets is concerned, because they say wealth no be until person say hey, I get also amount for account. Now when you get property, when you fit point out say this one na my own, that one na my own, and like engineer Adebo take tell us at the beginning of this year, if I can recollect vividly, he said na when you sleep and your house or your properties still dey rake in money for you, he say your landlord go dey sleep and alert
so go dey enter
account.
You don't get choice to pay
Mama
rent.
Monica even told us on Monday, said they are not rich until when you are not there
and your money is still speaking.
How money go take enter na through property, and that is why we web this program Property Matter with person wey sabi. Engineer Adebo, good morning, sir.
Thank you very much, Chief. How's everything?
Yes,
Thank
good.
God.
Slimmy, you're welcome.
Thank you.
This morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Should we say compliment of
You're
the
looking like end of year.
Oh,
Yeah,
I cannot,
sweet.
you know, that's
End of the year is sweet.
You cannot come and
I cannot come and
Come
keep
on.
myself. And today is the last day, so it feels good.
Today is the
Come on.
last day of the year. Wow, what a fantastic one. So, today we'll be trying to take a sneak peek into 2020. Let's just look at it a little and see what does 2020 hold, especially when it comes to property matter. That's what we'll be talking about today. If you've missed any of our editions, please, I encourage you once again, go to the YouTube channel and make sure you watch after the program.
Yeah, sure.
Just after, okay? Take down the YouTube channel information, it will be displayed. And then go there and make sure you watch every of the episodes that you must have missed. We have loads of information for you over there, okay? Today, we'll be reviewing 2019, and then...
yeah, sorry, Mr. Debo. That's
yes.
our YouTube channel.
Okay, great.
You can just... All you need to do is just to click, and I'm sure we're fine. You see all of the episodes that you missed. But don't do it now, though. So you guys shouldn't do that now. Just chill till we are done, so you can now watch. But for now, try and follow up on what we're about to discuss.
Okay, so we'll be reviewing 2019, how it has gone so far. Even this show, I mean, I have one or two information, as in, should we say, testimonies?
Yeah, testimonies.
As in people, as a result of watching this show,
Feedbacks.
some feedbacks that we've had and all of
We
that.
heard that man last
then,
week, the last
yeah,
caller
yeah,
that
that's
said
a
he
strong
promised us that
Yes.
he would actually go.
In fact, it will be interesting if we can,
You
get
can call
him
us
to
to
call
deliver.
today and tell us update on that. Has he gone ahead with that transaction he was hoping to do? That was last week. We advised him on
Sounded
steps to take.
optimistic.
Yes, he sounded determined
I
and
think part of
ready
the
to
testimony,
go.
sir, say last week after the show,
Yeah.
I myself, I can't call our Olori before Oyo, because he get one land, Okobi. See, understand for
Leave Okobi, chief. Leave Okobi.
That's
a family land.
Ọmọ wa ń pè mí pé ilẹ̀ yìí o, àwọn kíní ti fẹ́ gbà for Ọ̀yọ́, although no be Ọ̀yọ́, it still pass Ọ̀yọ́, small enter Saki. Person go enter motor of like 1,000.
Kí ló dé, kí ló
And
sọ?
go dey road from Ọ̀yọ́ to Saki, go reach like 3 hours for road. All dinner there, but
So when they call you, what now?
The boy come say, no place is too far. So how far is not far? I come say, that our ilẹ̀ Obi. Say I'm not interested.
Is it family land?
Ilẹ̀ Bin.
So is it that you want to single-handedly build for the family? Or you want to build for yourself?
No, they have structures
Structure
in
go build that.
administrating
Everybody
family land
go
like
feel
that.
come back.
So if you retire
Baba
from
Nesi
here now,
Leodun.
you are going to Saki?
Okpakpa. So I come say I'm interested. Everybody for you are here on that phone wey dey shout, Olúwa ṣeun o, bàbá mi l'Ékòó, because they normally come bàbá mi l'Ékòó. Say bàbá mi l'Ékòó ti láwọn ra le Okpakpa wọ́n see everybody dey jubilate you.
So you see they go back to that place with all these things we don't teach you.
No far is too far now.
No.
No far is too far. No far is too far.
No far is too
I
far.
won't go Okpakpa. I'll be calling. One won't do Christmas, all of us go there. Hey, won't do New Year, all of us, all the grandchildren, everybody go there. But what dinner there?
Now you won't build family house.
Now family build.
How many hours?
3 hours from Oyo.
From Oyo to Okpakpa.
But from Ikogangan, it go reach 8 hours.
Okay. Now, true. Now, close to Benin for that side.
If person take the left side, like go dey look border.
You are closer to Benin than you are even closer to Lagos.
Just say they build border for nothing.
But now you say no place is fine.
Of course, no, I'm just trying to.
Property is property.
I'm just trying to see where
Are you doing mud or?
No, modern house. Give the children see. And they can always. Papa is fast. So I have to build something.
House. He has to do something.
They can even make me king there. If my house is fine, because if I find the house, the person will go become chief for
Don't
that
say that's
place.
what you are going for.
Maybe that's the plan.
That's the plan. That you want to go there and go and collect chieftaincy
Is it
title.
not better than somebody who is in Lagos for over 70 years? No, nothing to show.
Nothing to. Abi, so our viewers, so what does 2020 hold beyond Okpakpa? What does 2020 hold? You know, not really. So I got a call during this program, one of the days after the program. A lady, I think she probably is watching right now,
Okay.
I think she's based out of town, probably Egypt or something.
Oh, wow.
And
We have callers from Messi anyway. So.
Yeah, she was talking about getting a property in Abuja and stuff like that. And between that time and now, that's like about maybe 2 months, she's been able to, it was last week or so, or upper week, that she sent me a message to say, hey, I've been able to get a property in Abuja and all of that. And some of the information I believe we shared has helped her to be able to do that. She got the property said about 24 million or so.
Hey.
Was what she got.
So
the
you
property
have
for.
people like that.
No, but you see,
we
she's
have
been
single
planning
guys like
to
that.
do this.
What should I have that kind of money? Me, I have land. We'll just build on it.
See?
You have already so you just build on it. And you have forgotten the law. Where it talks the person where you get land.
Oh,
and
don't
property.
worry.
But you know, get what she say? She say, guy.
We get the money.
Single.
So that if fight
so
come,
you know,
who go
no,
get the
you
house?
don't understand.
Marriage ni.
If they don't marry, don't be say they get property alone. They don't marry. Now marriage by property. You know? Married by property. so you know, so we have testimonies like
That's
that.
good.
I
That's
mean, there are
amazing.
people who have called to say that they've been able to do one thing or the other as a result of this program. Called to say there's someone, Cornell from Zaria.
Yeah,
I mean,
Cornell.
called
I'm
to
sure
say that
he's always scream munching.
Yes, in fact, yes. Last week he even still sent us, sent me a screen munch of our program. Wow. You know, always watching from Maiduguri.
Good.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a retired
he's
Cornell
based.
now.
Yeah, he's based in Maiduguri at the moment, and I mean, they have laudable things to say about
That's
the program. So
good.
we really want to appreciate you, and it's for your sake that we are here. It's for you that we are here, and your success. Like I say personally, is my motivation. You know?
Good. That was making me emotional.
Now moving on, sir. Let's start this way. 2020, we have seen a lot of on TV, on radio. We've heard a lot of all these come and bring 2,000, get a land, pay small. Engineer Debo, I want to be very pragmatic with you. Maybe everybody go get that 24 million. To say you won't buy land,
Of
some
course,
people
yes.
don't even get
Property,
1 million to buy land.
Yes.
So let's start like this, sir. For those that are watching now, when we say they want to maybe start doing, if you call it, Ajo, take build house. Maybe we want to start doing the 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month, sir. Come next year. What is your advice for them? Vis-a-vis most of these things, where would they hear? Can you can land Ibejuleki? Can you can land Mowe? Can you can land? Where would they hear their adverts? Is it what we can try, sir?
Yeah, it's what you can try. However, I would really advise people that they should be cautious when they are doing those transactions. Why do I say so? You see, some of them will tell you pay for 5 years.
Sure.
You know? Yeah, 5 years looks like a short time and it looks like a long time. Depending on how you are looking at it. But I can tell you that a lot can happen in 5 years. A company can be set up and in 5 years is no more. And you've paid your money to them in the hope of getting one land or the other. So what you need to find out is a lot of these companies actually don't survive that long.
You check for the longest.
They don't survive that long. So you want to be careful and not just don't think that you've gotten something that is cheap and affordable and you're putting your money there. No, do your due diligence regarding the organization. How long have they been in existence? Okay. How many people have they delivered to in terms of this number of people that are paying for this long? You know, because a lot of them do what we call over trading. What do I mean? They capitalize on human nature. It's not just Nigerian. Okay. And because of our system, they capitalize on human nature in the sense that a lot of people will get tired in 5 years.
Sure.
Obviously.
So in that business,
the first 6
default
months
rate is higher than 80%. Default rates. And if you read their terms and conditions, they've cleverly put it there also to protect themselves because they're in business. If you default, some of them will say if you default once, twice or so, you are liable to revocation and refund after charges. So even if you get your money back, you will get it after a heavy charge because they will say that you have stopped, you have defaulted, so they are revoking you. And if you now say, no, I'm still interested, they'll say, okay, buy the new price or pay surcharge. It's normal. It's normal business. They can't afford to continue to accommodate you at the same rate. So if you really want to do that, okay, do it with a company that has reputation. And structure that would convince you that they can last. All these papa and mama business.
Because these days,
husband and wife limited.
When they share flyers in traffic.
Husband is the MD, wife is the director, their son is another director, and that's the company. And they are collecting your money, promising you to give you something in 5 years. Some of the things they are even promising, they will say they are doing promo. You get 5 bags of cement when you finish.
In 5 years. In 5 years.
Do you understand?
Amper. I don't know that I saw that one. They say you buy Amper for 100, then you
Ram.
So a lot of times, what it has reduced, no, you see, it's not like it's out of place, but what it has reduced all those things to is that what you are actually buying is those Rams and those groundnut oil and whatever. Because what? They will say pay 100,000 and you be part of the people that will get Ram or something or so number of bags of rice or so they are doing promotion. But the challenge is that a lot of people don't fulfill the terms of the condition to completion. So you end up being a revocation candidate, meaning all you gained, okay, was it from it was your cow because or your groundnut oil because the surcharge. By the time you are now a revocation candidate, the surcharge they will place on your money, sometimes 30, 50%. Is that bad? So meaning that if you've actually, because I mean, you can imagine that they are in business, really, they are in business. If I say I take 100,000 naira from you and I'm giving you Ampa, I'm giving you 2 bags of rice and all of that, saying we are doing promo. Let's assume that over time, all you were able to then contribute after the 100 was another 100, then you stopped. And then you are now a revocation candidate. I now say, before we refund you, we'll charge you cost of business, which is, because it's already part of the agreement you've signed, they may say it's 40%. So you have 200, they will charge 40%, meaning 80,000 will go. Have you not bought the rice and the ram? So you actually bought it. You just didn't know that was what you were. But you thought you wanted to buy land. But because of the human nature, the indiscipline sometimes, lack of focus, and because the time is long, so the temptation is higher to really lose focus and derail. You know, you naturally would derail, okay? And then they will capitalize on that. And a lot of them have huge cash with them that they are using to do these things. Why? Because also the kind of system and organization and the environment we do business, where a number of things, people can go scot-free with a number of things doing wrong. Because a number of them have 100 plots. They've sold to 2,000 people, paying differently for 5 years. It's first to come. You know the kind of funny things that developers do ordinarily with when a developer helps a family to develop a house. And they will collect rents from 20 people on 5 properties. And then it is the first 5 that can struggle it out that would get the keys, and they will arrange how they will pay the other people because they use their money to do the development. That also happens in this land thing. They sell land to 1,000 people, they only have maybe about 50 plots or 100 plots. I'm telling you, because these people pay differently and they get stuck along the way. So they are just going to be refunding
First
them.
come, first
And because
serve.
there is no ethic or business that they subscribe to, nobody is guiding them or, on all of that. So we'll be right back and we'll then discuss 2020.
Okay.
2020.
Yeah, 2020.
We have not really started. We still have the luxury of time to pieces. We will be right back. Go nowhere. Vision 2020.
Yes, so yeah,
I
we
must be
come.
a landlord.
Yes.
Okpakpa.
Exactly. Yeah, we come.
Okpakpa, I'm coming.
The best investment on earth is earth.
The issue of say make a person get house, make a person get land, make a person.
Property matter na serious business, so one of the best investments wey person fit get for life. Shey you be estate agent, surveyor, town planner, or you dey into furniture and you go like make the world sabi your level? Come advertise with us on top Property Matter wey dey shele for WAP TV for every Tuesday from 8:15 to 9 a.m.
Yes, so Engineer Debo don't teach us a lot just in a short while. He don't tell us, say, based on the question where we ask, say, all this pay small, get land within 2 years, 3 years of payment. He don't tell us that's something we fit do, but we need to open our eye to know if that company has lasted the test of time. He don't also let us know, say, one prank dey there, one trick dey there. Default rate, yes, he emphasized on that. So most of us don't know, say default rate the day if you default, what it go happen. He said lots of people don't fulfill the condition to completion. That's a quote I got. Lots of people don't fulfill the condition to completion. So at the end of the day, if they come collect land from you, you will begin the crowd, they say make you pay more. So how disciplined are you to fulfill condition to completion? Okay, sir.
Yeah, so let's try to focus on 2020 with the remaining time we have. So 2020 is going to be a very interesting year.
Yes,
Why? A few things have changed for Nigeria, both positive and negative. So this is almost like the first time in my adult life that Nigerian budget is ready in December.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is like the first time. I mean, just coming in this morning, I heard that Lagos State has also signed its own budget.
Wow.
Federal government has signed, I mean,
Yes.
over some
2-3
days ago.
Yes.
So it's interesting, meaning that if things goes as planned, so budget spending and all of that, provided they have enough money to back it up, there will be better liquidity in the system. Because what usually happens is before is that people will still be waiting for the budget July. July, they are still trying to. So we are just working on supplementary stuff and all. But now, they can actually start to, spend the budget as planned from get-go, from tomorrow. So that is like the first thing that is good, okay? The other thing is that there are a few increases that we should expect next year. The tax restructuring stuff that came up, the tax law, it had some positive things and there's some things that are, So like the basic one is VAT has been increased by 50%.
The value-added tax.
Yeah. Although therein they also said small, medium or micro companies will not really be, because if you are doing 25 million turnover, you are exempted annually. How the practicality of that will work out, I'm not sure, because I know VAT is paid monthly. How I will pay VAT monthly, and then by the end of the year, I will have done 25 or I will have done 50 to now realize that, I'm no longer qualified. All of that.
No longer in small medium,
so all of that intricacies, I believe they will address, okay? But the interesting thing and what to note is that mostly for a lot of companies, VAT will be 7.5, meaning it's 50% increase. What that means is that they are going to pass that cost to us consumers. If you are going to buy property from any organization, most likely there is hardly any organization that is selling property, developer, that will not be doing 25 million per annum. So, ab initio, you should be rest assured that for your real estate property matter, it will fall under the VAT regime of 7.5. So if you're buying property, you're buying land, you're buying built property, and VAT is now 7.5, that cost, whether they are charging you, if they are communicating, some prices come, they will say VAT exclusive. Okay, so you pay VAT separate. Some they will say VAT is inclusive. They won't communicate any special VAT to you, meaning they put it in the pricing.
Yeah.
Whether somebody communicates VAT to you or they say don't think that you are smart or you've gotten something cheap. No, they won't be stupid. They've just looked at the best way to present it to you, because sometimes when you tell people this is the price of the something, this is VAT, they will start arguing that VAT, what is VAT?
So most
people don't want to, if they can, they will just give you the bulk price and say this is the price. So when you pay them, they will separate the VAT to government and move on. But you have paid the 7.5. Meaning that property prices would increase a bit. That's just it. It will increase a bit. And you know, with increase in one thing or the other, is a chain reaction effect.
Sure.
So when one thing increases here,
when
it
dollar
causes
rise,
increase.
Yes, when dollar rise.
I
can't get over the examples that Chief gives.
I see
dollar.
It's whether that it's a lie. I see a corn of 15 naira a few days back.
It depends on where you.
If you want to eat Ibeoni today won't go to increase, because to move it
How
down
much should they sell it?
Fuel to one. So if
Where are they packing it from? Where are they packing it from?
Now.
What's that your place again? Opapa, what do you call it?
Opapa.
You need to go back. You need to go back.
Another very sensitive question I'd like to ask you, sir, is most times when we are building, you will see some people, they will come with what they call job card. I want to ask, sir, job card, you as a certified
Did you
engineer,
say chop or job?
Job
card. Okay.
Job. They will say job card, usually issued by the royal people around, the royal fathers. Sir, do you think it is mandatory, is it compulsory that anybody building should pay for job card, or you feel it is an extortion? Is it what we can fight legally and win, or you feel it's a gray area?
Okay, well, I think straightforward answer is a gray area. It's all the byproduct of our distorted land administration system, in the sense that yes, government is supposed to hold land in trust for people, and people are supposed to then go through government to get documentations and all of that. But still, there are these people, they are landowners, landowning families, who still have huge say in how land is administered. So they sell land to you even, and then they still give you some conditions, some terms and conditions, collecting money for foundation and all of those things. It is also their practices that has brought in the issue of job card. Some of them administer it by themselves. Some of them, because of the people they contracted to be able to get their land off another family. Part of the ways those people that they've given such jobs to get paid is by levying people that are going to buy the land, and via the instrumentality of job card. Okay, so it's a gray area, but I think that we are in Lagos State started something which other states have started copying, and it's a step in the right direction. The Land Grabbers Act. Okay, it has helped greatly. I've been a beneficiary of that system. It has helped greatly to reduce the challenges we face with Omoniles. Okay, it has helped greatly, and I must commend them for that. So I believe that as we improve more and more on that, okay, land administration will get better, because also there are things to be done to even make land administration better, considering these land-owning families also. Okay, we have John.
Good morning, John. John, good morning. John, are you there?
Do we still have John there?
Yes, I am here, sir.
Okay, standing far off.
You are welcome to the show, but you need to be
We need to hear you.
Please.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, go ahead with your question, John.
My question is this. I have a property, and I'm not living in the property. In fact, I'm not even living in the town where the property is.
Okay.
And I have tenants in the property. And from what I have learned from you people, you need to have a tenancy agreement and all that. And I asked a lawyer to prepare the tenancy agreement. He did. I signed my own portion, and I sent it to the person managing the property, the caretaker. He sent it to the tenant. Number one, the tenant did not acknowledge that she has gotten the tenancy agreement.
Okay.
And I was wondering why. Eventually, he acknowledged, and then started saying that there are some things is not comfortable in the agreement. And I said, you sign, when we are renewing the tenancy agreement, maybe the following year, or when your tenancy has expired, when the rent has expired and you want to renew the rent, those areas you mentioned, we cannot take care of it. But for this one, I've already paid the lawyer. He has collected his money. So if you say you want to change in, and who will bear the cost? As I speak to you, he has not signed the tenancy agreement. And I called the lawyer and asked, as he did not sign, what does it mean? The lawyer told me that whether he signed or he did not sign, as long as he has received it, that is stands. So I said, let me call you people to find out whether what the lawyer said is true. Because where I am staying, I'm a tenant where I am staying. Because where my property is, that's not where I'm staying. So I decided to rent it out.
Okay.
They always give me a tenancy agreement I will sign. I will sign, my wife will sign as a witness or whatever. Then the caretaker will now come and collect it and return it to the landlord. So why is my own case different that you will not
Your
send
own
it
tenant
to
has
me?
refused to sign.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's hear what
Thank you,
Mr.
John.
Rivers
Thank you,
said.
John. Unfortunately, if you listen to some of our episodes on that, you realize where the problem is. Number one, once tenants are in occupation of a property, it's just natural, man. It's difficult to then get them to sign certain things, even things they would ordinarily have overlooked
Now want to pay
before they
attention.
get possession.
yeah.
You know, if they were given before they get possession, they will be contesting it while they are in possession because they have an advantage. You know, they are in already, you know. So I think that's where the problem is, because the agreement is coming after occupation of the property. So you may have to manage this period, okay, wisely. I will tell you that. And I don't think, I stand to be corrected because I'm not a lawyer, but I doubt if that tenant can be bound by the terms of those agreements. There is
So they are
nothing
coming
like
after she
that
had
because
paid.
that is been sent to her means that, no, it doesn't mean anything. She has not signed. You can't produce a signed agreement, something that she concurred to before the law at any time. So it can't be binding. I stand to be corrected, like I said. I'm not a lawyer.
To ask barrister tomorrow.
Yeah. So, but again, what you can do is, I believe that if she has any things that she's contesting and they are not really germane for you, there are things that you agree with her on whatever her opinion is, the lawyer that did the agreement can make those corrections. Yes, I mean, that you've paid him, that is still the same agreement. He can make those corrections so that she can sign. Okay? If there are things that you also don't have any issue with. Okay? If it is something you will not negotiate, then that's where the stalemate will be. And I will say just watch, just stay till our tenancy elapses and decide whether you want to quit her and get another person, or she has to sign and things like that. I mean, you can have that arranged before then.
Okay, I think we have another call.
So that's what I would call her again from Lagos.
Caller John, everyone. Hello, Kay.
How you doing, caller?
Fine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, do you have questions or contributions to make?
Thank you very much. I have a question.
All right.
That we have a land in Kurodu which should give a developer supposed to develop.
Okay.
Now, what happened was that by the 2017, we have an issue in the process, and we call for the location. Later on, we agreed that they should go on with the development. Now, there are two buildings to be built in that plot of land. He built the first one and finished it in December 2017.
Okay.
The agreement was that they will get the money for 20 years. Now, they
he gets the money.
Can you repeat what you just said now, Mr. Kola?
Okay. The agreement is that what?
I'm trying to say that the agreement was that they are going to collect money for that building for 20 years.
For 20 years, okay.
So now, they have finished the building since last year. But all the rooms, they let it out. And the agreement said they are going to give us half of the floor. So we have been calling them to know why they are not giving us. They said they spent some money on the property that when they collect their money they spent, they are not giving us our portion. So I want to ask, what is it the right thing to be done or anything to reduce that, because we are confused about they are dealing with us?
Okay, thank you very much, caller. What I would suggest, I don't know the terms of your agreement. If you had an agreement and they are going against that agreement, I think you can call them to order. I want to believe that the lawyer was involved in drafting your agreement between the developer and yourself.
They are avoiding our calls.
No, whether they avoid, I'm asking, was a lawyer involved in doing this?
Lawyer was involved, yes. Lawyer was involved in the agreement.
So your lawyer should know what to do and what to advise you on. One of the opportunities open to you, you can explore mediation, okay? Either through Lagos State, since it's Ikorodu, you can do Lagos State Multi-Door Courthouse, or you can do Citizens Mediation Center. Citizens Mediation Center is probably free, okay? You not spend anything, okay? However, it may be a bit slow, okay, and all of that. But if you should get them to come over and all of that discuss, then whatever you agree to there will be binding, okay? Or you can go to a multi-door courthouse, okay? That one you have to make some payments, Lagos State multi-door courthouse, and explore your options. Because even if you litigate right now, okay, they will still, by the rules of Lagos State, they will still encourage you to go via mediation first, alternative dispute resolution. So that's what I would advise you. Delta, Toju from Delta.
Yeah. Good morning, my brother.
Good
morning.
Is the name Toju?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
From Asaba.
The engineer is here.
You know, say we will be from Warren, a pigeon go sleep.
Na so na
pigeon channel
straight, na pigeon will be.
So grammar na dey speak.
No, don't worry. If you speak pigeon now, we dey hear you.
We go speak am also.
Speak pigeon or Igbo. Which one I want?
No, speak pidgin. Speak pidgin.
My sister, thank you well.
My brother speak pidgin o. Yan the yan.
Oh yeah, I may. You say I go get good.
The person can't give me the form he bring for me. Now one company name. But the can't say make I say okay, send the account so I go pay put. You bring the personal account. What to make I do?
The form, you are trying to get a property from someone, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. You are buying the property or you are letting the property?
I want to buy. It's not a property, it's a land. Okay, landed property, it's not property, Abi.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it's a land.
He brought a form for you. The company is a form of a company, and then to pay is sending a personal account.
Yes.
That is a red flag. It's a big red flag, sir.
Very red one.
Whatever his explanations are, except he can produce a document that ties that name to that company and also give you an undertaking that explains why you should be paying to a personal account. But I would say that you should be weary of that transaction. It's a red flag. So make you watch am, eh? Make them no go game you.
You know
what really happened? I told him, okay, why are you sending me this one? He said he paid it in his personal account. I said, no, I can't do that one. Because the moment I said, I'm not be smart with him. They just come push me to all those things.
Abi?
I tell him, so why? Okay, bring the name of the company.
Okay.
The company account. Say the company doesn't have an account yet.
Which company? Company get company name, but you don't get account. I don't understand though.
You're loud though.
I don't understand. And please, thank you very much, Toju, for that question, because it's one thing that people should actually, we mentioned this in one of our programs. When you are buying a property, please pay to the owner. Who gets even that property where you want to buy, for example, the title on that property is in whose name? Is it in the company's name or is it in the individual's name? I told you.
But why must I pay to your personal account? So that's why, although I've seen it, I say I'm not doing it, but I still have to.
But he's asking a very relevant question.
The property, the title where they on top of the property. Now, company name, the title day or na individual name the title day?
I never come. Just give me the form. I don't buy the form.
Okay, you never ask them those questions. Okay, because at the end of the day, pay to the person that carries the title because it's the one that will transfer title to you. That's the person that has title. Okay, that will transfer it to you.
Thank you.
But whatever organization is being presented to you, the form you are filling, that should be who you are paying to. And things like that. So please do your due diligence. You've taken the right step by ignoring that transaction. It's a red flag, ab initio. So we talked about the possibility of general price increases happening in the economy. So, including property prices, because of that VAT and some other things. We also expect inflation a bit, okay? Already it's started rising. Throughout 2019, we were like around 11 point something, but we started growing, okay, started increasing. And next year is projected that will be about 12.32% thereabouts, okay? Inflation, that's an increase, and it's a significant increase, 1 point something increase. It's a significant increase in inflation rates, okay? So that would cause that prices would go up a bit. You must expect that next year. Dollar may not
Wilson
really...
from Lagos. Sorry.
Okay, Wilson
Good morning,
from Lagos.
Wilson. Wilson, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Turn down your volume, Wilson. Hello, Wilson.
Yeah, hello.
Wilson,
I'm good, though.
can you turn down your TV volume,
bit.
please?
Okay.
Thank you. Now go on with your question or contributions.
Okay, is it okay now?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay
better.
now.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Wilson.
Yeah, turn it down. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
we are
Just
good.
go on.
Go ahead.
Okay, are we good now?
Very
We are
well.
fine.
Okay. Happy New Year in advance.
Yeah,
Same to
same
you.
here. Wishing you the same.
And Chief Olododo,
Hey,
good
Yami.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I really like your program.
I love you too.
Actually, yes. Actually, okay. Can you hear me? Okay, let me go straight to the question now.
Okay.
Now the thing is, I want to find out about these rights of excision. What's rights of hello?
Go ahead,
The
go ahead.
property I want to acquire, and the property is saying that it carries the right of excision. I want to know what the right of excision is. So that's basically my question. What is the right of excision? And does it mean that if I acquire the property, does it mean it doesn't belong to me yet? Or when am I going to get the CO? So what's the difference between right of excision
Let
and
me
CO,
ask you this
basically?
question, please, Wilson. Thank you. Where did you get this information from? Right of excision, that the property has right of excision. Where did you get it from? Who told you
It's
that?
actually from a real estate company.
Okay. So I don't understand what they mean by right of excision. Please be careful about all manner of terms that people just come up with.
It's actually excision in process.
So
Right of excision
when you say right of excision, excision in process,
Sorry,
please. You need to watch some of our past episodes. Okay, be careful, because in Lagos State, when they say excision in process in Lagos State, from my experience, nothing is happening. That's what it means. They will give you a file number. Some of those files you can't even find in Alausa. And when they say excision is in process, you must understand what the excision is. You try and watch some of our past episodes, please. You are not the type to buy that type of property right now. If they want investors, sponsors as they call them, who will help them go through the process of excision before they start selling it to end users, then they should go and approach them. And if you want to be a sponsor, then you know the risk that you are getting involved in. But to be buying a land now for your use, and the title they say title is excision in process. Excision in process is not a
It's
title.
not exercise, Chief.
There is nothing as
means
far
it's
as
not
land
excised
where this man
yet.
no know. Person no fit bring grammar here. Conde say livestock excision. But the judge even make person wan buy land for heaven, you go help am. Nothing about land where you no know.
So please be careful about that. Maybe if you private chat me, give me some more details, I may be able to guide you better.
Anything you don't know,
okay?
as far as property dey concerned, that thing no exist.
I hear you. So please, for 2020, I think we may have to continue in the next episode. Okay. But we've talked about inflation. Loans are going to be available. So that also makes it interesting, because with the CBN policy pushing banks to give out loans, they are going to be forced to really now look at real estate, because real estate has a lot of opportunities but also a lot of challenges. Have they been running away from it? But now that they have to give out loans and they need to make money, and treasury bills will probably fall into the lower double digits, or probably get into single digits even next year, you know. So I think single digits even next year, that will be unattractive to them anymore. And with the CBN regulations, they can't even be investing in it so much. So they are forced to do business with real estate. So that means there will be money available. And particularly next week, we'll be sharing low-income earners. I think 2020 will be good for you if you can take the opportunities available and if some of the things that are to be done are implemented.
Okay,
we'll see
let's
you.
take the opportunity by
Yeah.
saying goodbye. We love
Happy
you.
New Year in
See you in
advance.
2020.
Yeah.